And voila, in a few minutes, look, I've got it all nicely swept up. I've got it all cut, filled into there. I can pick it up with the small handles or the big handles and carry it, put it over my shoulder, whatever. Yeah, I can carry that just fine out of the dumpster, see? Just little tips along the way to help you realize, hey, you can do this. You don't have to pay an arm and a leg to get guys out here. This is provided you got enough time to do it. You could have you and a friend do it. You could do it on your own. Hey, I'm doing all the stuff that I'm showing you so far. I've been doing on my own. There's no need for me to have somebody else come out here. And if I have a friend come out here or somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, sometimes you have to micromanage them. You have to clean up after them and you have to fix things after them. And, you know, I'm okay with this. And the thing is, I have the time. We don't have an actual deadline to be in here. And Momi's having actually a little bit of a difficult time figuring out, okay, she's got to figure out the carpet color, the carpet type, and vinyl flooring for down here, because remember I'm going to take all this wood flooring out of here. I'm going to show you that here pretty soon. I'm hoping beyond hope that this is not glued down and nailed. I'm hoping it's just nailed, kind of like how that other floor was. And see, this condo retrofit renovation has kind of morphed into something a little bit more than what I was thinking, because we're actually going to be redoing the entire kitchen, which means I'm taking all the cabinets out, I'm taking the microwave out, we're taking the sink out, the countertops, all that stuff. And I think I'm going to end up doing that myself. It's not hard to do. It's just going to take a little elbow grease on my part. Lots of these upper cabinets I'm going to save. I can put in the garage, and you know, for upper cabinets. This one, there's a joint here, so that's one. This is one. That's one from there to there. This is you know, one little one from here to here, I believe. Yeah, see underneath? This is just one by itself, and then there's this inside one is right there, and then another one, and another one. And those I'm going to save, and I might even be able to save a drawer, you know, this drawer bay from there to there. Put that in the garage or upstairs in a closet or something. I have to get a funky little countertop for it. Maybe put that in a bedroom closet and put a little piece of melamine on it or formica, something like that. So there's really not that many cabinets here. And because of that, she's got to order the cabinets, order the countertop, order the sink, order laminate. We're decided this whole area to do a flooring, and I kind of like the vinyl flooring. And Momi brought some samples over here. This is actually vinyl, believe it or not. See, you can see how thick the vinyl is, and then there's a cork little bit on the back side and it gives you just a little bit of a spring and softness. It will hide any imperfections on your floor. It kind of softens the floor just to a certain extent. We'll probably still have to put a plastic I want to call it barricade, but just a plastic you know, sheeting on here, something to prevent moisture from coming up from underneath the house, let's say, because this is a wood subfloor. And so, you know, I'm not sure just yet, but she brought these samples here. And see, we thought we were going to go and do everything through the Home Depot, but they're backed up. And they might not have been able to get all the stuff that Momi wanted until, you know, 3 months from now. And she's like, well, maybe we can't move in for 3 months. Well, phooey on that, go somewhere else. And so some of the stuff might be coming from the Home Depot. Some of the stuff might be coming from another company. She's had to call 2 or 3 different companies now. And one guy's going to be out here tomorrow to measure up cabinets and kind of give a cost on that and some different designs and whether or not this little kitchen area can be designed slightly different if you have some certain ideas about pullouts or, you know, this, that, and the other thing. So anyways, that's kind of increased the schedule. So, you know, for me to be here by myself to do all the painting on the ceilings, the walls, take the carpets out and do all that kind of stuff, I don't mind. Hey, so I'm not under the gun per se because I'm gonna have plenty of time before everybody else is coming in here. And speaking of the ceilings, I wasn't even gonna talk about this, but we're gonna change the color of the ceilings. These ceilings are the same color as the walls. Well, we're gonna end up doing a different wall color. And Momi kind of like this right here. What was it called? Willow the Wisp. And she got it at the Home Depot, and it's a gray color. It's kind of a gray color, and it has just a tinge of other colors in it. And I kind of like this lighter gray flooring and that. Now that's kind of hard to see because we've got the light coming in through the window there. We're right here on the river. How nice is that? Look at that. Ooh, beautiful. Oh, there's some ducks out there. There's some mallard ducks and some other ones. Those black and white ones that dive. They just went down. And then there's also some geese, some Canadian geese that fly through here. And Momi saw some wood ducks here the other day. And this is going to be nice. See all these ducks here? These white and black ones right in there. They dive down to get their food. I don't know what kind those are. But then we saw some wood ducks. We saw some mallards. There's a nice mallard right there. And there's all kinds of birds around here. We're gonna get some bird feeders and all that kind of stuff. And so anyways, enough of that. I don't want to look out there too much because then I get sidetracked. So I was talking about these ceilings. So anyways, on the ceilings, we're going to end up. Well, this is going to be the wall color, I believe. And before I start painting the walls, I told Momi I'm going to go to the Home Depot, and they have little sample bits that you can buy in a little container about yay big and about that tall. And they'll mix that up, and I'll put that on the wall. And then she can stand back and take a look at it, decide if, in fact, that's the one she wants. Well, on the ceilings, we're going to just do that ceiling. It's called ceiling paint, ceiling white paint, or white ceiling paint, or whatever. It comes already pre-mixed. You just buy it off the shelf at the Home Depot. I think you can get it in 2-gallon containers, 5-gallon containers, and single-gallon containers. Well, because these ceilings on here are the same color as these walls, you can see it's kind of a tan color. My thought is when I put one coat of flat, and they're flat up here, other than this little ceiling in the kitchen, they did semi-gloss years ago. That's what they had to do in kitchens. They had to do semi-gloss ceilings. So that's why they cut that line in. You can see all the way across. That's semi-gloss, the rest of it is flat. Okay, but I'm gonna do flat ceiling throughout. That's gonna end up being white. But my thought is, when I put that white paint on all these ceilings, I have a feeling one coat is just not gonna be enough. I have a feeling the paint, this tan color, is going to kind of show through the white just to a certain extent. It may still all look even and everything around there, but you know, I'm gonna do the ceiling with the roller, and then I have to cut in around the edge with the paintbrush. And so when I cut in on this gray, on this tan, or beige, whatever you want to call it. And I do that with the white paint. Some of it's going to slide off, some of it's going to stay, and there's only so even you can put this first coat on. And I have a feeling that after I put the first coat on, after we let it dry, we're going to decide we want a second coat of that flat white paint on the ceiling. And see, if these ceilings were previously white, flat, I just have to put one coat, one fresh coat of white paint on there, okay? But since they're tan, I'm probably gonna have to do 2 coats, and that's something I'm kind of dreading. That's something that's gonna take me a while just to get the ceiling paint on there. Especially up here, I've got to get my extension ladder over here, and I got an 8-foot ladder here and a little 3-foot step stool up the ladder, down the ladder, up the ladder, down the ladder, painting all this, the high ceilings and stuff, and doing it twice. And now hopefully on all the walls, hopefully we can get by with just 1 coat. It's called 1 coat. It's supposed to have primer on it and the finished paint. And we'll see. Hopefully 1 coat's going to be fine. Most of these walls happen to be flat paint. And the stuff that I'm going to put on, I'm not going to put flat. I'm going to put an eggshell finish, not the eggshell color. We're doing that will-o'-the-wisp, probably. But you can get that in different finishes. You can get it in gloss, high gloss. You can get it in semi-gloss, and satin finish. Eggshell finish. Eggshell is kind of between satin finish and semi-gloss. And so that's, years ago, that's what I used to do on all my jobs. We'd use eggshell on the walls, okay? And because it kind of tones it down, it still makes it so that you can wash your walls, you know, clean off different marks and stuff. It's pretty easy to do touch up and to blend the wall paint in if you have a boo-boo or something. But a little bit different than flat paint. You get flat paint, you get just dirt on your finger and you go like that, you're gonna leave a mark there. And you can just see all kinds of stuff. They try to touch up this wall, and you can see exactly where they tried to touch it all up. And you know, they did that because they were trying to get rid of a mark or something. Well, if this would have had eggshell finish on it, you could have probably wiped that off with some you know, a sponge and sprayed a little bit of my simple green on there and wiped it down, or one of those magic eraser little things you get wet from Mr. Clean. And so anyways, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here a while, and I don't really care if I'm here by myself, okay? And I'm just showing you, hey, if you've got the time and you've got the energy and the effort and a little bit of know-how, we're not talking rocket science stuff here, then you can do this yourself. You can save thousands upon thousands of dollars. Just get in there and get her done. Well, that's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos. All right, what was I doing?